It's Bill here. Here's my thoughts on the 4-3 overtime victory for the Leafs over the Anaheim Ducks. Well, it's a 4-3 win. Let's clap our hands. Let's get really excited. Woo, we won. Woo. I'm not excited. Now, I'm going to say something here. This is the craziest thing about the Leafs. And this is where the Leafs are going to struggle. I repeat myself. I get all this nonsense. The Leafs dominated that game. They dominated the game. Yes, let's start off with the first play. I don't know, Engvall off Spezza in the net. Okay, this crap happens. From that point, from that going in, till the Anaheim second goal, at what point did Anaheim have any pressure? At what point did you think, oh my goodness, they're going to score a goal? There was nothing. Anaheim didn't show up. Work ethic was terrible. I was watching for Zegras. He was terrible. Getzlaf put in an effort. Their defense, a couple defensemen played. I thought Fowler was fine. They played horrible. Anaheim Ducks did not show up to play that game. And the Leafs dominated. So when you dominate a game, you're the better talented team to begin with. The other team didn't show up to work hard. They didn't. They left Gibson out to... Good luck to you, bud. The Leafs dominated, and yet this goes into a shootout. This is the concerning piece. The game against the Islanders, they dominated, they kept dominating, good, fantastic. By the way, didn't miss Muzzin. Anyone miss Muzzin? Anyone miss Muzzin? I didn't. I missed Muzzin. Take your time, Jake. Make sure your concussion's better. I get it. We are going to probably be down Liljegren. We're going to have to bring another defenseman. Take your time, Jake. I'm not really interested in seeing you again, to be honest with you. If a trade could happen, fair enough. You've been bad all year. So I saw like a ranking. He got rated a C. A C? God damn it. I wish I had you guys as my teachers in school. C? He's the most disappointing player on the team this year. That includes Richie. C? Richie you don't need. You need a defenseman. Anyways, I digress. This game was a domination, and yet it went to overtime. Do you understand why no one thinks the Leafs in current form are going to be any chance or have any chance in the playoffs? Does that answer your question? You dominate a weaker team, and yet you can't get over the line. Now let's see why. We couldn't get over the line right away. Granted, you got the 2 points. I guess we got over the line. But you gave the team another point. You gave them a chance. Here's what happens. The first goal. Okay, chalk it up to fourth line. By the way, Spezza. If anyone could put an APB out for Spezza and let me know where he is, that'd be fantastic. He's been awful for a month and a half. Someone's got to call it out. It's been awful. Anyways, Engvall, I don't know what he was doing, firing it off his knee pad. So it was I guess it was a goal. Jason Spezza from Pierre Engvall and Troy Terry. So Troy Terry gets the goal. I don't know how that works out in terms of scoring. Okay, bad break. The Leafs came back nicely. Power play was going. Mitch Marner had a nice shot off the post. What was he doing now? He's scoring on power plays now? This is great. Shot. He took a shot. It was nice. Impressive. And I would say, and as all of you know, I'm not a big Marner fan, but he had a great game. I thought the majority of the team had a great game. You all know, I love Tavares with Marner. That's the better combo. I don't know if you want to leave Matthews with Cachet and Bunting. I'd prefer him to be with Nylander, but I like the Tavares-Marner combo. It's been successful. It was successful again tonight. Very good. Power play was on fire. It was great. All right, you're up 1. You get it up now 2-1. You then make it 3-1 as the Ducks took 2 penalties. Bunting again and drawing penalties, but there was a nice play by Marner going in on the breakaway and getting the hook. So now you're 5-on-3, and the Leafs finally capitalized on a 5-on-3. They're usually terrible at it, but they're all over them. So then here's what happens. You're up 3-1, and Keith takes a timeout. I get the timeout. I do get it, because you want to bury them and make it 4-1. I get that part of it. You've got, 45 seconds? You got 30 seconds, team. then we need to put a defenseman on the ice. Why do that, Bill? Oh, because we're winning 3-1. You're winning the game. You don't have to win it 7-1. You can win it 3-1. You can still make it exciting. 3-1. Nope. You leave them out there for the entire power play. Does no one know that the power play at some point ends? Power play is going to end some point. You probably want to make sure, especially with a 2-goal lead, we make sure that we're back. Nah, that doesn't happen. You give up a 2-on-1, which becomes a 3-on-1 because the guy coming out of the box who ends up scoring the goal. This is garbage. I don't know if it's coaching. I would imagine someone on the bench said, hey, 45 seconds. Let's make sure we don't get caught. I'm going to imagine that gets said. Imagine Campbell's banging the stick. Like, you couldn't tell in there's no crowd. What is going on? This is nonsense. At no point did the Anaheim Ducks have a scoring chance from the first goal until they got their second goal, which was a period and a half later. And yet now it is 3-2. You're dominating, and now it's 3-2 because you made a bonehead error. There was a point in this game, you're up 2-1, and Kerfoot's the only guy back on a 2-on-1. Why must the defense pinch every single goddamn time? I texted my buddy watching the game. We're one bonehead play away from this being a tie game. You know it's coming. They're 3-1 lead. They're going to make a bonehead play. They're going to pinch. And it wasn't even a bonehead play. It was Travis Dermott not taking a guy out in front of the net. You make one mistake, and now it's 3-3. Dominated the game. It's now 3-3. Now I hear this. Oh, Campbell had a bad game. Nick Kypreos talking about contracts. What the fuck are you talking about contracts right now? I care less. What Leaf fan cares about the contract of Jack Campbell? Nick, if you want to work for the agents, don't be so goddamn blatant. I don't care about Jack Campbell's contract right now. Don't give a rat's patootie about his contract. I care about the Leafs getting through the first round of the playoffs. You want to start all that nonsense and talk? You're an idiot. Maybe when Vandenbush hits you and you hit the ice and go like a pizza. Contract. Nick Kypreos, shut up. He had a bad game. Oh, Campbell had a bad game, did he? Oh. Well, he's not going to go $5 million. He's going to be $4.3 million and $2.2 million and $6.7 million. And if you're an agent, The Fan 590 show, by the way, is one of the absolute biggest disgraces. You took a really good show and you made it terrible by putting some bums and some people that don't know sports on the show, give opinions, and then they drop in their nonsense because you know they didn't watch the game. Very clearly they don't watch the game by the comments that they make. What are you doing? Anyways, different topic. Campbell, it was his fault, right? First goal, what's he going to do? Anyone? Let me know. You got to play, I guess, the bounce? Okay. Second goal. Okay, maybe has a shot. Did anyone count how many players Anaheim had going into that zone versus how many Leafs were back? There's 3. It's not a one-on-one where he's playing the shooter the whole time. It's 3. There's 3 guys who could shoot the puck. It was a nice shot. Oh, I'm sorry. Campbell should have had that. Campbell might have had that a couple weeks ago. Fantastic. But that's superior goaltending. Third goal. What's he going to do? On a tip. Right in front of him. But it's Campbell's fault. It's just, I swear to God, if I hear it's Campbell's fault again, if Campbell lets in a bad goal, I will let you know. The second goal against the Rangers was a bad goal. There's bad goals that go in on goalies. Can you imagine that? It's crazy how this happens. You're meaning to tell me that Vasilevsky hasn't let in a bad goal all year? Those weren't bad goals. Those were goals because a team doesn't respect a 3-1 lead. You 3-1 lead. You get an opportunity where you got a fourth line against first line. I love what Keith was doing on the matchups. Give her. But you can't have Justin Holl, Dermott, Sandin, Riley. By the way, I didn't say Brody. Go just pinch and go play forwards for goddamn the whole game. The game was easy. You're dominating a team. They didn't even show up. Win the game 4-1. What's the problem in this? That's what you do in the playoffs. You want to win it 4-1. You want to lock it down. Make sure the other team doesn't get the chances. No, the Leafs are so busy trying to make it 6-1 that it becomes 3-3. Drive you insane. I don't understand what this... Is it coaching? What is this allergic reaction to staying back and playing defense? I get it. If you're Adam Fox and you got 57 points or whatever you got for the season, give her. We're talking about Justin Holl. Sandin doesn't have a goal. Liljegren had one. I don't know what Dermott's got. Maybe he's got one. We're not talking about play effing defense. That game should have been easy. 3-1 win. Actually, should have been 3-0, but let's give him the first goal. The 3-1 should have never happened. And you should be taking a guy in front of the net and just not letting him sit there. That's called playing defense. At the end of the day, it's a 4-3 win. Again, I thought the Leafs were dominant, took a shootout. How did Campbell do in the shootout? Oh, well, I guess it was all his fault. Okay, cheers. Bye. By the way, anyone who wants to watch a darts video, I'm about to put one on for the Masters starting up. Cheers.